Are you a traditional FERS in your late 50s, in your 50s, and looking to retire here pretty soon? If that's you, then you definitely want to listen to the rest of this episode. And if it's not you, you probably still want to listen just to know what is coming up for some of these folks retiring soon in their 50s, where their pension will take probably, I can't tell the future, but probably a huge cut. Okay, so today we're going to talk about your pension and what happens if you retire in your 50s. And one other factor comes into play, which probably will be a huge thing over the next 5-10 years. Okay, so again, if you haven't been here before, my name is Dallin Hawes. Welcome to the podcast, the YouTube channel. It is always great to spend time with you today, where we dig into your benefits as a federal employee and how you can get the most out of them, how you can retire confident, get the most out of your money. So again, back to our topic for today. If you are retiring soon in your 50s and you're under FERS, a traditional FERS, then you've got to know about what I'm going to talk about today. And today I'm talking about the silent killer of retirement. I've touched on this before, but I think it's going to be very relevant here in the next couple years. And that is inflation, okay? Inflation is one of those things where it eats slowly or can eat slowly at your money until it's just your money's not what it used to be, right? The number may still be the same, but the buying power is gone. Now, let me tell you why this is so important for you under the FERS system, okay? Under the FERS system, before the age of 62, your pension does not receive what they call cost of living adjustments, or COLAs, okay? And because your pension does not receive COLAs before age 62, that means that your pension is vulnerable to what inflation is during those years before age 62. So, for example, let's say you, as a federal employee, retire at 57. Let's say that's your minimum retirement age. You got 30 years. You're hanging it up. Well, between age 57 and 62, yes, you'll receive your pension. Yes, you'll be able to retire, but every year you're not going to get that cost of living adjustment, which basically, for those that don't know, a cost of living adjustment is basically a pay raise to your pension based on what inflation was the year before. Okay, that's basically in a nutshell. I have other videos digging into some of the specifics there, but that's basically what it is. But again, before age 62, as a traditional FERS, you don't get any of those, okay? So, if you're in your 50s and you're looking to retire here soon, well, these are the years that you're most vulnerable to inflation, okay? Because your pension is going to take that hit. So, for example, just running simple numbers, let's say you retire at 57. Let's say over the next 5 years, the first 5 years of retirement before age 62, inflation is 3% per year, okay? That means the prices of everything that you're buying, okay, increase by 3% per year, okay? But your pension stays the same, okay? Well, over those 5 years, prices are going to be 15% higher, and your pension is going to still be down here, right? And so, in effect, your pension may still be the same number, but it's going to be 15% less of buying power. And buying power is what we actually care about in retirement. What can your money get you in retirement? Okay, now, I've mentioned a few times that this is for traditional FERS, and let me tell you why. For you special provisions out there, I've got good news. For you firefighters, air traffic controllers, law enforcement, you folks, the special provisions, the rules are a little different. As long as you retire with full special provision retirement, okay, then you actually do get cost of living adjustments before 62 and beyond, okay? So this doesn't affect you as much. It does to some degree, depending on how you're investing your money and other things, but when it comes to your pension, less so. But for you, traditional FERS, again, this can make a big difference, especially if you're retiring before age 62. Now, the next question is, okay, I get this as an issue, but what can I do about it? Do I just get scared and nervous? No, I'm not saying that. What do we do about this? Well, good luck changing the laws about cost of living adjustment before 62. That's going to be difficult. But what you can do in your life is make sure you have a well-rounded plan, and specifically in your investments, right? Because generally what happens when there's inflation, right? When prices of things go up, guess what? The value of assets, of real things, tend to go up as well. For example, real estate tends to go up. Companies, the price and the value of real valuable companies tend to go up, right? And so if your investments are well-rounded, right, and you have a plan that isn't too conservative in retirement, then okay, maybe inflation does knock your pension down some, but your investments are able to make up the difference because you're investing in a way that makes sense for your retirement. But an element of that is generally in more aggressive things, right? At least a portion of your money. Not the money you need in the short term, but at least a portion of your money is going to grow with inflation. It's going to hedge against inflation because you have a well-rounded portfolio and a well-rounded plan so that, there's going to be ups and downs. Inflation may really take a chunk out of your pension, but guess what? Companies and real estate and things their value is going up as well because the price of things are going up, right? For example, right now, I'm shooting this in July of 2020, or 2021, sorry, 2021. And the price of real estate basically in the whole country has gone up. That's inflation, okay? That's what inflation is. Now, when this kind of bubble thing kind of fades away, will prices come down? Yeah, but are they going to go down to the pre-craziness levels? Probably not. So that's inflation, right? The value of things go up over time, right? And your money is going to be less valuable. But if you invest it in a way that makes sense for you, then over time, your money is going to keep up with inflation, if not grow a lot faster, right? That's the goal. That's the goal, for it to grow a lot faster. So as inflation happens, which it will in retirement, we don't know how much. It could be 5% a year. It could be 2%. We don't know how much. You just got to have a plan that is well-rounded enough so that as things come up, you're going to be okay. And again, we can't see the future. And I'm not telling you this. I'm not sharing this to freak you out. I don't want to just scare you into working longer necessarily. I just want to make sure that people understand the benefits, how it works, and the impact that truly can happen, right? With inflation, it's a big, big deal. And especially because the government's spending a lot of money right now. And so much money and cash is in the economy and in the system. It is very difficult for me to believe that inflation is not going to be higher in the next few years. That is why I say, hey, if you're retiring here, you're in your late 50s maybe, you're going to be retiring in your next the near future, well, this is probably going to affect you, right? And how is your whole plan built to make sure that it can take some hits, right? Because it will. There's going to be changes. There's going to be changes in inflation, in tax rates, in how the economy is doing. It's going to be constant. It's going to be a dynamic thing, right? And you just got to make sure that it all works for you. So those are my thoughts for today. If you have any questions, and actually this idea for this topic was someone put it in the comment section on the YouTube channel, right? And so I was like, wow, that's actually a great topic that I've never really addressed specifically. And so I thought, hey, I think it's relevant, really relevant for those retiring here in the next little bit, because I think inflation over the next few years is going to be a big, big player. So if you have any questions, comments, topics that you'd like me to cover, put in the comments below. If you're on the YouTube channel or if you're on the podcast, feel free to send me an email. You can go to my website at hawesfederaladvisors.com. Tons of great content there, and feel free to reach out. Again, there's a link in the description below to send questions, and every Saturday I answer your questions, and I try to engage with you as much as I possibly can. So have an incredible rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.